beast of Revelation 13 is one of the most talked about prophecies in the Bible. Today, we're going to talk about who the beast is. Let me know in the comments who you think the beast of Revelation 13 is. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Revelation 13:1. I have talked to many Christians and heard many preachers telling us who this beast of Revelation 13 is. From the Holy Roman Empire to the Vatican, all sorts of answers come into play when asked about Revelation chapter 13. But are they correct? Or is it something a little more simple and found already in biblical prophecy? Well, first, we need to go back to the book of Daniel. Daniel 7:3 says, "And 4 great beasts came up from the sea, diverse from one another." So both of the beasts from Revelation 13 and Daniel chapter 7 both come from the sea. But what is the sea? Is the sea an actual literal sea, or is it an allegory? I believe it's an allegory, because in Revelation 17, John is told that many waters and seas are peoples. So I believe that when it comes from the sea, what it's referring to is referring to a multitude of people and kindreds and tongues and nations. Daniel chapter 7 verse 4. "The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth and made stand upon the feet as a man. And a man's heart was given to it." Continuing in Daniel, the other 2 beasts were a bear and a leopard, just like John talked about in Revelation chapter 13. What's significant about them being the lion, the bear, and the leopard? Well, it all boils down to the location of where these empires once stood. So we know that it was the Babylonian Empire, it was the Grecian Empire, and then the Roman Empire. And Daniel mentions a 4th beast that's great and terrible. Well, when you go to Revelation chapter 13, John talks about this terrible, horrible beast and all the things that it would do. So in Revelation 13, we know the location of where the beast of Revelation comes from. That would be the Medo-Persia Empire or the Middle East. It can't come from Rome or from Europe. It has to come from the Middle East. Revelation chapter 13 verse 5. "And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. Folks, John and Daniel both gave us the location of this beast. It has to come from the Middle East. It cannot be the Holy Roman Empire, and it cannot be a European nation. It has to come from the Middle East. And we know that the Roman Empire fell in 1453 AD to the Ottoman Empire. The last beast is an Islamic empire. It has to be. The verses prove it, but I can also prove it to you through God's timeline. If you notice in verse 5 of Revelation 13, John says that it was given power to reign for 42 months. Well, 42 months is 1,260 days. And we know from all the previous talks that we've had that a day for a year prophecy. So that would mean that it would be 1,260 years of reign. Well, if you go back to 688 AD to the Dome of the Rock, and you add the 1,260 years, you come to 1948. Folks, the beast of Revelation 13 is here, and it has been here. However, we will continue this discussion because it will rear its ugly head once again and try to conquer and overthrow the holy people and the holy city, Jerusalem, once again. Thank you and subscribe.